The EMEET S800 4K webcam is a nice option for those looking for a more affordable 4K webcam with a fairly large half-inch Sony camera sensor for better low-light performance, HDR for higher quality video, quick phase detection autofocus, and built-in dual noise reduction microphones to help suppress background noise. Is this the webcam upgrade you've been looking for? Let's check it out. How's it going here? Welcome back to the channel. And today I've got the EMEET S800 4K webcam. You can see the camera here itself. I'll do a quick hardware walkthrough. Then I'll show you the software as well as some camera samples. But as you can see right there, it's an f/1.8 aperture, 4K webcam with a 4x zoom. It has a nice privacy shade that you can just easily close and open just like that. So that's a nice feature to have. You can see back around here is the USB Type-C port, which you'll use to connect to your computer, PC, or Mac. You have the camera mount here, which is nice and flexible, so you can mount it in different positions, as well as it swivels. So if you need to get it into the right orientation and the right angle, you can do that. And it also has a tripod thread down there, so if you don't want to put it on your monitor and you want to mount it on a tripod, you do have the option for that. And so it has a nice large half-inch Sony sensor, so better low-light performance because of that. It also has built-in HDR for higher quality video, and it has some dual noise cancellation mics built in. So if you don't have a microphone and you prefer to just use the mics that come with the webcam, this might be a nice option. It has that noise cancellation built in, so if you have a noisy environment, it can help suppress some background noise as well. So that's just a quick walkthrough of the camera here itself. Let's go ahead and check out the software and some actual samples from this camera. All right, so we're here in the EMEET Link software, which you can download from their website and install on your PC or your Mac. Obviously, I have a Mac right now. And before we get into all the software controls that you're going to see here on the side, if you do have a Mac, then you can benefit from utilizing all the actual built-in Mac camera software. So you can see up here, you can actually have access to all these built-in features that the Mac has that you can use with your EMEET Link camera. So you can turn on portrait mode, so you can see this artificial background blur right now. And you can even control the amount of blur to as little or as much as you want. And you can also activate the studio light here, so improve some of your lighting with the just built-in lighting that the Mac has, and of course as least or as much strength as you want for that effect. We can turn that off. We can actually turn off the portrait mode, and you can actually enable or disable the reactions. So if you want the built-in Mac reactions for your, like your thumbs up here, thumbs down, or all the different kind of reactions that you can have here, that's all built into the Mac, and you can take advantage of it. If you don't want that, you can easily just turn that off. And you can also activate built-in backgrounds. So if you turn that on, you have access to all these different kind of colorful backgrounds or the built-in Mac backgrounds here with Apple Park in it. So all these different backgrounds are built in. And you can also go ahead and upload your own background if you want. And that's all built into the Mac software itself. So you don't have to worry about or fussing with anything else if you don't want to. Of course, if you don't have a Mac, you can just go into the EMEET Link software and start tweaking all this based off of your own individual preferences. So within the software, you can see here noise reduction. If we turn that off, you can hear what that sounds like with the noise reduction turned off. I was playing with this earlier and it looked like the microphone had maybe a little bit lower with this turned off, and with it on, it seems like the gain is a little bit more sensitive. So it should be sounding better with this noise reduction turned on. And you can also flip horizontally if you want, or vertically if you prefer to orient the webcam differently. And HDR function is built in. The one thing to note on HDR is that you have to have USB 3.0, which most computers now are equipped with USB 3.0. But just a quick note, if you want to use HDR, make sure that your PC or your Mac has a USB 3.0 input that you are using this webcam with. You can see what that looks like here. And all I have in this room is just one ceiling light, which is just a basic light bulb that most of you probably have in your homes, nothing fancy. You can see here, even with this light, it's probably more than enough for this webcam to pick up because of that large half-inch sensor, which is going to let in more light. So you can see here with the HDR, at least what I'm seeing in the software, it's a little bit more grainy because I think I already have enough light. You can see what that looks like here. And like most of you, like me, if you've been doing online conferencing for a while now since the pandemic, you probably have some built-in lights for your own webcam. So if you do, like I have some basic lights right now, they just turned on. And of course, that's always going to improve your visual quality automatically. So if you do have lights, this is what it's going to look like. If you don't, and you just have a basic ceiling light like I do, then this is what it's going to look like. Other options that you have here is your framing grid. If you want to see, it'll turn on a grid here so you can kind of see and be able to frame yourself better. So the rule of thirds, so you can get exactly where you want yourself. But that's all that really is just to see visually how you want to align yourself in the camera. You do have different metering modes, which is interesting. I don't think I've seen metering modes on a lot of these webcam software. So you can choose center, global spot, or by default face, which is probably what you're going to want so that you keep yourself properly, not only in focus, but everything is looking proper face focus or central focus as well. I'll just leave it on face. You do have autofocus. So this does have phase detection autofocus. So with it off, you can actually do manual focus if you want. So if you want to dial in your focus, if you're not going to move around, or not going to show off different things in the frame, you can get into manual focus if you want to be as precise as possible. But I would just use autofocus because it looks pretty good and keeps everything in focus. And also, if you want to show off products, maybe you're a streamer, you can actually do that really easily. You can put this in front of the camera, it'll focus on that thing. You take it away and autofocus really quickly back to me. So pretty good autofocus. You can see right there, focused up and away, and one more time. So really quick autofocus here on this camera. So that's also a benefit. You can also control the crop or the zoom here. So this is the widest field of view right now. But if you want, you can go all the way from 73 all the way in to 40. So if you just rather control the framing, so if you don't want this much in the frame and you kind of want to get a tighter framing, you can control that from the software here, and this will carry over into whatever software you're going to use this camera with. I'll just keep it on the widest setting. And then you do have anti-flicker. 60 is going to be common. Filters, if you want, you can use different filters here. So I'll just go through them. This is what standard looks like. You have portrait, object here, vivid, or a brighter kind of a filter. I'll just leave it on basic standard or just turn it off. This looks fine to me. And you can auto control your brightness. So right now, if you want to crank up your brightness up or down, you can. EV is auto EV exposure control. You can have auto exposure, which I would recommend, but if you don't want to, you can actually go ahead and manually control exposure. Maybe you have too much light and you want to reduce it, you can do that. But if you just use auto exposure, that's probably going to be your best bet. You can control your contrast, sharpness, saturation, tone, and even white balance. I'll just leave it on auto white balance. It seems to be doing fine for me. And if you want, you can reset all those settings. And also, it did have a software update out of the box. So when you do install this, go here and click update. It'll update your firmware on your camera. It had one waiting for me when I did it, so it's all the way up to version 2.12 as of this recording. So just remember to do that. If you do install this, go into there and install your firmware update. So that's all the different kind of settings that you can control from the EMEET software. And so now I'm going to show you what this looks like in some basic web conferencing software that you guys probably use. I'll do a Google Meet, and I'll also do a Zoom sample for you. All right, so here we are in Google Meet. This is just a quick sample of what you can expect from the camera quality as well as the audio. So everything that you're seeing and hearing is coming from the EMEET 4K webcam camera as well as the microphones. And so if you like to use Google Meet or if you have to use it for your personal or work, this is the quality and the audio that you can probably expect from utilizing it here in some software like Google Meet. All right, and so now here we are in Zoom. So I think a lot of people use Zoom for online meetings for personal or work. So if you do and you want to use this EMEET 4K webcam, everything that you're seeing and hearing are coming from the camera and its microphones. So this is the quality from a visual and audio perspective that you can expect if you like to use Zoom for your online meetings. All right, so there you go, the EMEET S800 4K webcam. If you like what you saw and you're thinking about picking one up for yourself, I'll leave the link in the description. Any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll try to answer what I can. And as always, thanks for watching.